Maxims of Sun Tzu have got great implications for the marketplace. And in case of the analysis and numbers, Sun Tzu has also proposed some advice. When 10 to the enemy is 1, surround him. But when you are so large in size and big in number that you are 10 to the enemy is 1, then the best strategy is surround him. You can observe in the marketplace while going to the superstores that the companies like Unilever and Procter and Gamble, they have introduced such a large range of their products that they have almost surrounded the smaller companies, and by surrounding them, they had almost killed them. When 5 times his strength, attack him. But when you are 5 times the strength of your enemy, the proposed strategy is attack him. If double his strength, divide him. But if you are double, then do neither try to surround nor attack, but divide your enemy. Because 2-1 is not a ratio in the battlefield that there are huge chances of success. So his advice is then try to divide. And this is what the companies also do in the marketplace. When they are double in the size of their competitors, they try to divide their attention. They try to divide their focus. And by dividing their focus, they try to succeed. If equally matched, engage him. But if you are head to head, you are similar in size and number, you try to engage each other. Interestingly, in the automobile industry, in the mattress industry, in the footwear industry, almost the leading firms have got the same size. So they are trying to engage each other one way or another. If weaker numerically, be capable of withdrawing. But if you are weak and you think that the competitor is larger in size, the best proposed strategy is to withdraw. Because it is sometimes better to withdraw than to lose everything. You people must have watched the match of hockey. It is argued at times that in hockey, sometimes a back pass opens up opportunity for many goals. So this is almost like a back pass. When you are smaller in size of your competitor, try to withdraw, because withdrawal can save you from the total loss. If in all respects unequal, but when there is no match at all, be capable of eluding him. Then you must be smart enough to escape without getting any loss in the marketplace. And this is actually also in the smaller firms. You can see in their practices, when they are very small in their number and unable to compete with a larger firm, they try to elude them without sustaining any loss. Then Sun Tzu continued with very important realities. He believed that the first mover advantage is the greatest advantage. It is generally said in the marketing literature or even in the strategy literature that at times it is better to be first than to be better. There are number of examples of the firms which are leading the market, which are gaining the huge success only because of their first mover advantage. In the telecommunication industry, you can see the Mobilink is the number 1 or the largest firm in Pakistan. This is a firm which is actually enjoying a first mover advantage. This was actually the first firm which entered into the GSM or the SIM-based technology. And because of its first mover advantage, not only it is leading others, but also sustaining its leadership over more than 50 years. There can be many other examples you can notice of those firms which enter into a market for the first time and before others. When they enter, they sustain. The same is argued by the Sun Tzu. Generally, he who occupies the field of battle first and awaits his enemy is at ease. He who comes later to the scene and rushes into the fight is wary. He, actually using the battlefield example, or you can say as the metaphor, And in his view, it was a reality. We can take it as a metaphor that the one who comes first, enters into the battlefield first, he remains comfortable, he can make his own choices, he can set his own position, and he can make difficulty for the rival. And the one who reaches later, he can only get fatigued and may be in trouble. Sun Tzu has also argued that there is limit of generic thinking. When you think generically, all his maxims, we have studied all the generic maxims, which are not very specific and can be taken by any firm, can be taken by any rival in the battlefield or in the marketplace. But he has also issued a caution to all other that there are limits to the generic thinking. The musical notes are only 5 in number, but their melodies are so numerous that we cannot hear them all. In his view, that the generic things can be limited in number, but the implications may be many, what we cannot see. And this is one of the limitation of the generic strategies in his views. As water has not constant form, there are in war no constant conditions. It is also his great observation that, and the same is true in the marketplace, that as water has not constant form, there are in war no constant conditions. Mean, if today you are number one in the marketplace, don't think that you will remain ever. There are, for example, we can safely take the example of two giant companies in the history of the business who are no more now. The one was the Kodak, which believed to be the largest filmmaking and camera making company in the world. But the conditions changed. It did not change accordingly. It simply disappeared. Then Nokia, once the company offering the best-selling mobile phones in the world market, it did not change with the changing conditions. It simply disappeared from the market. So it means that the market conditions never remain same. They can change, and they can change your position as well. So try to be careful in this regard. When I have won a victory, I do not repeat my tactics, but respond to circumstances in an infinite variety of ways. He thinks that once if through one strategy you have won, it's not the guarantee of any success in the other condition. So it is better for you that you do not repeat your tactics time and again, and you try to be innovative enough in having your strategy in the different conditions. Thank you very much.